In 2012, an island vanished, not underwater, not destroyed, just erased from Google Maps. It had a name, Sandy Island. It appeared between Australia and New Caledonia, floating in the Coral Sea. You could find it on Google Earth, in atlases, even in maritime databases. But it didn't exist. When a team of Australian scientists sailed to its location, expecting solid ground, they found nothing but endless ocean. No sand, no reef, no landmass at all. The ocean was deep there, over 1,400 meters. No way an island had simply sunk or eroded away. Sandy Island wasn't gone. It was never real. This is the story of how one of the world's most trusted mapping systems displayed an island that didn't exist for over a decade, and how no one noticed until someone looked. The story begins with a routine scientific mission. A research vessel named RV Southern Surveyor was charting the seafloor of the eastern Coral Sea. On their maps, just as on Google, they saw Sandy Island clearly marked, but when the ship reached those exact coordinates, there was nothing. Just open water. Puzzled, the scientists double-checked multiple map systems. The island was there in some, missing in others. It had appeared in the Times Atlas of the World, a highly respected source. Even weather and shipping charts included it. The mystery deepened. How had it made its way onto so many authoritative maps? The history of Sandy Island goes back to at least 1908, when it was first recorded by a whaling ship. But that was likely a mistake. Early nautical maps often included ghost islands. Errors passed from one chart to another without verification. These phantom islands are known to cartographers. They exist in the data, not in the world. Some were mirages, others were volcanic pumice rafts or icebergs misidentified from a distance. In the case of Sandy Island, it may have been a dark mass of pumice or sea debris floating temporarily in that region. But over time, the error solidified into fact. In digital mapping, one mistake can replicate across hundreds of platforms. A false island entered into a database in the 20th century might still appear on your phone today. Sandy Island lived in a strange state of digital reality, real enough to be seen, planned around, and even believed in, but not real enough to touch. Google Maps listed it. So did Google Earth. It even showed up as a black polygon, like an intentional censor. This visual anomaly made the story even more mysterious. Was it a glitch? Or was something being hidden? When the Australian research team returned and published their findings, the story spread quickly. News outlets around the world covered the island that wasn't there. Google quietly removed Sandy Island from its maps, but they didn't offer much of an explanation. No statement, no detailed correction, just deletion. That absence fed conspiracy theories. Some believed Sandy Island had been real and was scrubbed for classified reasons. Others thought it was part of a digital censorship operation, hiding underwater structures or military experiments. But the truth, as it often is, was stranger in a quieter way. The most likely cause was human error, a misreading, copied and recopied through time. One ship's log or one aerial scan mistakenly interpreted as land. That entry made it into a naval chart, then a database, then Google. But what made Sandy Island exceptional was how long it lasted, how trusted systems failed to question its existence. In an age when we trust digital tools to show us truth, Sandy Island is a glitch in the faith we place in maps, in metadata, in consensus reality. It's a reminder that not everything you can see is real. What makes this story fascinating isn't just the mistake, it's how easily we accepted it. Pilots avoided the area, sailors routed around it, scientists planned around an island that was never there, an entire invisible geography-shaped behavior. We often think of the digital world as an overlay on the real one. But what if it's the other way around? What if our actions increasingly obey data, even when the data is wrong? Sandy Island isn't a lost continent, it's a mirror, a reflection of our reliance on systems we don't control or question. Even today, if you search old archives or scan pre-2012 atlases, you'll find Sandy Island sitting confidently in the Coral Sea, a mistake fossilized in metadata. There are other phantom islands like it: Thompson Island, Maria Teresa Reef, Rupes Nigra. Ghost entries. Forgotten errors. A catalog of imaginary landmasses once thought real. Each one tells the same quiet story, that our maps are only as real as the people who make them, and the people who forget to unmake them. We think of the map as truth, a clean outline of reality, but a map is a choice, a decision about what to show and what to leave out. Remove one island and the world shifts. Add one that was never there, and it becomes part of our imagined geography. Sandy Island wasn't a mistake. It was a symptom of how we archive fiction and call it fact. They said the map was complete, that the satellites saw everything, that nothing could hide in open water, but something did. An island with no soil, no name except the one we gave it, and then took back. So what else lives in coordinates that don't exist? How many absences are we standing on? Follow Null Index if you're ready to search the places where the world forgot to look.